Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Long Island Wargaming for a Leadbelcher Army Battle Report. This will be a quick one, and it's going to be against the High Elves. Ryan's going to be bringing a list, and we'll see how it goes. So for magic, I rolled up Stubborn for my level 1 Butcher, which, whatever. But the other four spells are the four spells that I got that I kind of really need to make this list work. Harmonic Convergence, I want to get the rerolls for my Leadbelchers. Wind Blast is good so I can push stuff back. Comet is great. And Comet's good for creating a buffer in between me and my opponent, and then Chailaning is good too for taking down any monsters now. This is also good because I also think in the upcoming tournament I will see plenty of flying stuff, either with the new dwarves or just phoenixes or demon princes or any flying monster is going to take additional hits from the Lore of Heavens, which is nice. But Harmonic Convergence is definitely what I am always trying to get. Ryan for Magic took Shadows, and he took Beasts. Really, he's looking to get Wissons onto his two Phoenix Guard units that he has. I'll switch over to this picture here. And I'm not quite sure what he was doing with Shadows, but you'll see it doesn't really need to matter, as this game will be pretty one-sided very early. So you can see that the Leadbelcher army is pretty much almost painted up, and I'm very happy about that. You can also see hiding behind the trees there are two Saber Tusks and another Iron Blaster. So we'll take a closer look at Ryan's army. A lot of proxies on painted models, so I apologize. From left to right, we've got Reavers, 15 Archers, a Frost Phoenix. These Spearmen are proxied for Phoenix Guard. A unit of Phoenix Guard, more Fast Cav, an Eagle, Archers, Fast Cav, and then two Bolt Throwers. There's a level 4 caster, a level 2 caster, and then a Hero. So the Leadbelchers get turn 1. You can see I move my Saber Tusks along the edge so I can keep one out of line of sight of the Reavers and then one well out of range of charge. This way I can go after the repeater bolt throwers. Everything's kind of out of range, so I actually shift up the Noblars and the Leadbelchers so I can get my shots in. For Winds of Magic, I go ahead and roll an 8, so I 6 dice Comet. However, Ryan doesn't roll pretty high to counter it. Those are his blue and black dice, so he does dispel it. So I take 2 Maraining dice and throw Harmonic Convergence onto the single Leadbelcher unit. So during shooting, one of the Iron Blasters does a handful of wounds to the Phoenix, and then I do knock off a Bolt Thrower with the other Iron Blaster. For the Harmonic Convergence unit, I roll up my 8 dice and get a nice above average roll, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I will go ahead and just, pull off a rank of Phoenix Guard. One Leadbelcher unit wipes the entire unit of right fast cav, so I don't have to worry about the Saber Tusk getting charged. And then the third Leadbelcher unit goes ahead and pulls off a handful more of this Phoenix Guard unit. So now they're not as combat efficient as they usually are with their 3 ranks, so I'm happy. So we get into High Elf turn 1. Everything moves up as quickly as possible. The fast cap go in front of the Phoenix Guard so they can create some sight issues, create some cover, but also, just to get them in the way, whatnot. And the Eagle flies up. The Eagle I had recommended to Ryan, putting him closer to the Phoenix Guard after he did this, just because if I do go to sideswipe with the cannon on the far right, at least there's a chance that the Eagle will not die and take 1 or 2 wounds, which means he would actually prevent the cannon from going through to the infantry, but that's hindsight. Ryan rolled up 5 for Winds of Magic, and I think I got 4 dice, which is nice. He goes for Mystifying Miasma onto this Leadbelch unit, but I dispel it, and then he goes for Pit of Shades, and I actually dispel that too. So one of those dispels was a scroll, I don't remember. However, no spells got off successfully, so the Leadbelchers are in good shape. The dice are really not on Ryan's favor. He rolls up 6 shots onto the Saber Tusk with the Bolt Thrower. He gets 6 hits, but only 1 wound, which is kind of sad. He rolled up a whole bunch of 3s and 2s, so this guy's going to be alive, and he will charge the Bolt Thrower next turn. Miscellaneous shooting does kill some Noblars. None of them panic, but I think Ryan was just trying to break a hole in my line so he can get through into the Leadbelchers, but nothing really was successful. So this is the end of Ryan's turn, so we go into the Leadbelcher turn 2, and I go ahead and make a charge with the Saber Tusk, and I make it successfully. And here's just the rest of my movement. So the cannons are just kind of moving around. His Phoenix is hiding behind the building, so I don't end up wasting too much time dealing with him because I still have a turn to deal with him since he's kind of hiding, I think. But my cannons, which are on my flanks, will slowly inch up. This way I can get some flank shots onto the infantry units. And here's just another shot of my movement phase. You can see some of the Noblars moved up pretty close and they're ready to get in the way. So I rolled up 8 dice for Winds of Magic. Ryan gets 4. And I go for Wind Blast with 2 dice onto this eagle here. And I actually end up doing 5 inches, so he backs into the impassable terrain, which means he takes D3 or D6 strength 3 hits, which is okay. I'm able to actually do a wound, so I'm happy. But since it is a flying unit, he suffers an additional hit due to the lore attribute, and I do D6 strength 4 hits, which is actually enough to kill him. I throw 3 dice at Harmonic Convergence, and Ryan ends up dispelling it. I got it off with a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so I just got it off, which is pretty good, because I did go for the area effect one. And then we also went for Comet, but Ryan dispelled that also. So you can see here we still have the Phoenix Guard units, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot them from the side with a cannon. So I end up killing a couple troopers here, and then it bounced into this other unit, just enough to hit that one hero, which is interesting because I'm actually hitting 3 heroes in this cannon shot. But he passed all lookout sirs, but the fact that I have the chance of killing that many heroes is awesome. And between the cannon shot and some additional miscellaneous shooting, there is a panic test caused on the unit here to the left, and with leadership 9 reroll, they actually fail and turn and run. And that's really tough for Ryan because his units are getting shot down. He's got these Phoenix Guard that have, you know, they're pretty defensive. I mean, they're not getting the armor, of course, but they have a 50-50 chance of just surviving from the 4 board save, and they fail it more often than not. And he's just having a hard time getting to the Leadbelcher. So at this point, when you have the unit like that turn and run, the beefiest unit at this point with the most guys on the field, he had to throw the game. And he said, good game. It wasn't the end of the world because we saw it wasn't going to go anywhere even if the Phoenix did anything. But I think he wanted to go with the ward save as a way to get to the ogres. I mean, if he was dealing with the bulls, it would be no good. But once you get to the Leadbelchers, I really think he was going to be able to dice him up. The other thing is he wasn't able to get any magic off, and if he had gotten to me, of course, if his guys didn't turn and run, and he had gotten to me, I think a Wissens would have been nice. The extra strength and toughness would have really helped out. I don't know what he was going to do with, the shadow magic. I don't even remember what spells he got at this point, but he had a couple cards to play, but the Leadbelchers just seemed to put him in his place, and another surprising delight for me. So I'm still not getting my hopes out because I still think I'm going to be doing poorly at Crossroads because I just think this list is not going to be doing good. But I do have a few things I want to go over. First off, if I'm going to win a game, I really, really, really need to get turn 1 so I can start shooting and reacting. Second off, I need good matchups. A couple of bad matchups are going to really ruin this tournament for me. So if I can play armies like this, T3 with not too much aggressive shooting, I'll be good. So those are the 2 big things. And 3, magic's going to be pretty important. If I don't get Winds of Magic off and I'm not, getting a Wind Blast or taking some monsters down with Lightning Bolts and Chain Lightning, it's going to be messy. But with those 3 things in mind, if it goes in my favor, I'll I'll be set. The shitty part is those things I really have no control of. Getting turn 1, I've got so many dead drops between the Noblars and the two Saber Tusks. It's like 8 dead drops. Winds of Magic is at random, of course. And then matchups, completely random. So this is going to be such a shit show if I do not have things go my way. But if they do, it'll be great. I'll have some winning battle reports for you. And then if I lose, I won't be upset because I went into this thinking I'm not going to do great. So, but here's what we're going to do. Before Crossroads next Saturday, I'm going to do one more game with Ryan, and he's going to bring my fall Crossroads list. That's my Skaven 2,500 point roster, and I'm going to play against that because I think that's going to be a terrible matchup. I need a loss. I think I really need to lose with this army at least once before I go away. Ryan needs a win, but I also need to see how this list does against an army that has some more wild cards and is a little bit more has more bodies on the field. I think I'm going to be overwhelmed with slaves and shit. So, but that game will be this upcoming Thursday, so stay tuned for that. Odds are I won't get it done before I go away because I still have some more painting to do. But look forward to some battle reports coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.